welcome to another exciting episode of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Paper Guy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
And it's Saturday.
Yes, it is.
It is BOLO Day.
Awesome.
We give you the latest sales that we had over the prior week when we're filming this over on eBay.
Yeah.
Actual sales. And we give it a little bit of a deep dive, tell you what to look for, why they sold, and pretty much if you watch all the BOLO videos we have, you're going to be greatly entertained. And you're also going to be making some money.
Okay.
Take it away, Mr. Magazine.
Right. Hopefully I can make some money too. This item is sick.
That is sick.
It's Sick Magazine, issue 98. Joe Simon cover, 1974. But I saw this. It was in great shape. I got it graded an 8.5, and I got $249 for it.
Well, and I want to say a little bit something right here. Sick Magazine is actually a magazine that if you find it out there, buy it. Even ungraded, they sell. That is a magazine that I would say out of all of the humor ones, you know, you got Cracked, you got Mad, that is the number one, that is the fastest selling one, I think. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, and I would have put Volkswagen on the cover, but I didn't list it, and my employee did. But again, I don't want to toot my own horn. It's not a rare issue or anything, but it's just nice shape, and I thought it deserved some grading. And we found a buyer out there. Ungraded, what do you think it would get? $30?
$25, $30, yeah.
You know, nice shape like that. But yeah, there you go.
But again, the other side though is what would and I don't know what number Mad Magazine was on in 1974, 140 or something like that.
Yeah.
What would Mad Magazine number 140? What would it sell for?
Probably
$5 to $10.
Yeah.
And how long would it take to sell?
Forever. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So Sick is a better humor magazine for sure.
All right, moving on. Legos are always hot. Star Wars Legos are hotter. This is a partially built one, which, you know, generally, if you find these at garage sales, you can get them cheap. And if they don't look complete, don't walk away because they're still good value. I think this one is missing a couple pieces, and we still got $100 for it.
Now you mentioned in there that
it's got the
I'm missing 2 of the 3 Lego.
It's got the Darth Malgus figure. That's a rare one. The rare one was in there, and who knows? There's hidden compartments. We found the Darth Malgus right in there, so they may even be in there. But regardless, I think I paid $40 for it. Mm-hmm. So. In the box, and I think it had the instructions too, somewhere in there. But yeah, don't. If you can get them cheap, buy them.
There we go.
All right, I'm not.
Isn't that a good thing to do for life? If you
yeah.
can get them cheap, buy them.
True. Yeah, exactly. I'm not a book guy, but I think I got this in some deal that you passed on that I looked at. Remember? Anyways, Harper Lee, To Kill a Mockingbird, first edition, 7th print, if that sounds right. And I think I took $75 for it.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah, it is what it is. You know.
Well, and again, that's one of those books that sells all the time in jacket, and it is actually a very hard book to find in jacket. I don't know if I've ever had that one in jacket before. It's not an easy book to find in jacket. So buy it if you find it.
All right. Next up, vintage Karam Don Mattingly wooden baseball game, New York Yankees. Now, I've had this up for probably since July, so we got 3-4 months.
Okay.
This is the first offer I've had.
Okay.
And I wanted $250. It was on sale for $230. Guy offered me $150. I made sure the shipping was correct so I don't lose money getting shipped. All the dimensions were in and everything. And for whatever reason, I just wanted to look at the buyer's username. I don't know why. So I clicked on it, and it was a dealer. And he's selling all Mattingly stuff.
Oh, okay.
So I've never done this before. It's the first time I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to accept $150. For whatever reason, it is nice shape. It's like new. Maybe he's going to sell for $300-400. I don't know. Comps were right on at around $200. So I countered at $200 and he bought it.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, made myself $50. So sometimes it's worth that extra minute of research, even looking into your buyer just for the heck of it and see if. Well, I don't know why I did it, but it paid off.
What size is that game?
It is pretty big. It's probably like those old hockey games. The size of the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that.
Electric football.
Yep, you got it. All right, this is probably. I've had a bunch of these, not in box, but it doesn't look like much. It's Shrek 12-inch figure. I think McFarlane did it with sounds and phrases, and I got $85 out of it. And I think even loose is like a $40 figure.
Oh wow!
So and I've had a bunch of loose ones, so they are out there, and definitely if you can get them for $5-10 loose, I would jump on it.
Which I would think that you can at garage sales.
Yeah,
I would
think absolutely.
Nice.
And last up, Aurora AFX Tough Ones Blue Ford GT slot car. Slot cars are always hot, and I'm sure you can pick them up at garage sales, flea markets, estate sales, whatever. This one happened to be an original box, and I took, I think, $80 for it.
Now, with it being an original box, is it unopened in original box, or was it been used and put back in
most of these
original
have been
box?
slightly used and put back in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I think they said that it not tested, used comes as shown. Yeah.
Yeah. And that was the way they were sold originally back in the store?
Some were on cards. A lot. The early ones were in boxes, and they went to the card. I think in the 70s.
Okay. So the first item that I have, Kirby Beard Scientific Needles Warpack Sharps made in England. Do you know what I'm selling? Because I certainly don't. I'm going to be quite honest with you.
The only thing that makes sense is needles. Maybe needles, but I don't know about anything. Because needles are sharp, but I don't know what a Warpack and Kirby is.
I don't know either. I bought this. Here's the crazy part. I bought this at an estate sale. I don't know why. I gotta be honest. I have no idea why I bought it. Maybe because it was in package. 2020, I bought it.
I thought you were going to do the old Robin Leach impersonation.
And I don't know what. Anyway, that was a terrible Robin Leach.
It was bad.
That was bad. Well, I'm Robin Leach, and I don't know why. That was much
I bring
better.
out the worst in him, don't I?
That was much better.
Yeah.
So yeah, I bought this at an estate sale. Don't know why I bought it. It sold for $15. So if you happen to find Kirby Beard Scientific Needles Warpack stamps made in England, they will sell for $15. It's sold to England. The gentleman paid $15 shipping on this.
So maybe it was in the war given to soldiers, and then if they got shot, they can sew themselves up with
There
a
you
needle,
go.
right? I mean,
I have
why is it
no
a war pack? I mean, they give it to
It
men
says
of war.
war pack
They give
on
it to
it.
men
I
of
don't
war,
know.
right? The needles.
And then we're going to move on for this. If anybody out there has any idea what this is or why it is, do comment down below and let me know if I'm sure I didn't leave any money on the table, given that it took 2 years to sell.
Yeah, right.
But just goes to show that sometimes you buy things at the sales and you have no idea why. Next item, beautiful womanhood.
Woman head. Huh? Okay.
Womanhood magazine, July 1923. Bernard McFadden is actually a name you will see out there regularly. He did a lot of health magazines and all that sort of thing. He does sell. Any of his periodicals do sell. So definitely do put him as a keyword up there. He does sell. And I took the person offered me $25 on this, and I said, nah, it's better than 25. Declined it. They offered me $42.50. I said, yeah, I could take $42.50 on it. Have you ever had that magazine before?
I don't believe so, no.
Yeah, it's not a common magazine by any means whatsoever. However, read the condition. Rougher shape, writing on cover, tears on spine, paper creases on cover and back cover. Back cover has damage as well. And still got $45.
Like my skin after I'm sunbathing.
There you go. I think you're still a beautiful woman after you're sunbathed.
Thanks.
The Look of Love, Isaac Hayes, sheet music, Casino Royale, James Bond, 007. I found this at an estate sale, and I got all excited. Oh.
I mean, it's got to be hard for anyone to sign their name on their top of their head, I mean, honestly.
It turns out they're all printed like that. So that's not a signature. That is the way they were printed.
The look of facsimile.
Yep. And what I did to find that out was, again, I don't have any depth perception, so I can't tell indentation or any of that. Plus, it would have been signed probably back in 1967, so over time. I did a search on them, and when you find 2 or 3 other ones, all with the signature, all in the exact same place, you say, I bet this is printed.
Yeah.
And sure enough, it is, but it still went for $28. And I think I bought a gigantic pile of sheet music, and I didn't pay anything close to $28 for it. So
Cool.
to get $28 out of one piece like this is pretty good.
Yeah.
But you will find this out there from time to time. They are out there. Speaking of things that are out there, I picked this up at a church sale for $1. And these are the perfect kind of things you can find out there. Not too exciting. The Book of Common Prayer, 1929, Protestant Episcopal Church. But I got $24 out of it. It took a week to sell. I sold it in a week for $24 with shipping. I paid $1 for it.
You're saying it's a common book.
It's a common book, yeah. You'll find these things
Book
at
of
church
Common
sales.
is common.
Yes, the book is very common.
Okay.
But again, you can find these things out there. Pay $1 for it at a church sale, sell for $24 in a week. Nothing wrong with that.
No?
Nothing wrong with that at all. And the last thing I have over here today is Bulb Direct Catalog 1999 replacement lamps for your equipment. Now, my equipment's working fine, but that's a whole other story. We're a family channel. This is yet another thing that I am certain it must have come in with a collection of stuff. Because there is no way I would have gone
Don't
to
throw
any
your
sale.
don't throw your catalogs out no matter what year it is.
No, right?
Years ago, I probably would have tossed it out because it's new.
1999, yeah.
Now it's not new. Now it's 23 years old.
Yeah. That's actually good math and true.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes people want to throw their kids out when they're not being good when they're young. Now they're older. They're old.
And you should have thrown them out.
Yeah,
You're
right.
right.
Doesn't make sense.
You're right
Yeah.
back when.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, 2017 I listed this, but it still got $16 out of a catalog.
Right.
I guess the other side of it is,
Everyone throws them out.
I was going to say, how many of these are for sale in the world at any given time? One?
Yeah.
But it just goes to show, and again, I'm sure this just came in probably some house call somewhere or other or something like that, and somebody had a bunch of stuff and like, oh, take this stuff too. And I'm like, well, given that I got it sitting here, I might as well list it.
Yeah.
But you get $16 out of a common catalog. And look around your house, especially when you go on house calls and that stuff. You're not going to pay very much for this at an estate sale. You're just not. Nobody's going to put a lot of value in it. And you can get a pile of stuff like this very, very cheap. So hopefully that does help you a little bit. We were a little crazy today. Sorry about that. A little wild and crazy, guys.
I was just being myself, to be honest with you.
There you go. Well, you're wild and crazy to start with. And do hit the like button if you could, and we will see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.